The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Chisago Lakes High School for tonight's football matchup here between the Princeton Panthers, or Tigers rather, and the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Tonight's game here on WCMP 100.9 FM. Ethan Game Day Gilman bringing you all the action from tonight's game. It should be a good one here tonight. The Wildcats hosting the Tigers of Princeton here tonight. Princeton coming in sporting a 5-0 record. Coming into tonight's game, Chisago Lakes 3-2 on the season so far, and these two teams very good on the season, both predicated on the run, looking to use that here this evening. Still a good night for football though, ladies and gentlemen. Not too cold outside, not too hot either, but a nice night for some football here in Lindstrom, Minnesota, as we take a look at Princeton's football team. They are sitting, as I mentioned, at 5-0 on the year, only giving up about 12.5 points per game on the season. And their defense, we got to watch them at the beginning of the year as they played against Malacca, and that front line for them offensively is pretty darn good, and their defense is pretty darn good as well. Not just the down linemen, but also the linebackers. They are pretty good at getting to the ball carriers, splitting the gaps, and that's one of the things when we seen them play against Mora is they, even if they didn't get through with their front four, their down linemen, they did a good job of getting those linebackers through those running lanes and making it hard to move up the field for Malacca, and that's what they'll try to do again here tonight. So again, Tigers come in 5-0 on the year. As I mentioned before, the first win of the season for them was against Malacca. That was game one for them, and then after that, they beat De La Salle 56-31, then beat Wilmer 28-6. Zimmerman, a shutout against Zimmerman 35-0, and then Big Lake last week 49-20. This will be their last home or away game rather of the season for the Princeton Tigers. Then they'll have their last two at home against Hutchinson and Dassel-Cokato. Two teams are in towards the top of their classes in the state. Dassel-Cokato in Class 3A is top 5 in Class 3A. Very good football team. They're playing against Malacca tonight. Andy Beckstrom will have that call for you over on 95.5 FM KBEK. Hutchinson, meanwhile, their record doesn't reflect how good they can be or are. They're 2-3 on the year, but again, they have played some really tough teams this year. Totino, Grace, Ricori, and Becker. Just the last three that they've played, and it doesn't get any easier. They play Wilmer tonight, Princeton, and then Holy Angels. So it doesn't get any easier here for the Hutchinson Tigers. But for Princeton, again, 5-0 on the year. I've only given up at most 31 points this year. Other than that, you've had one other game where they allowed more than 15, and that was against Big Lake, where they allowed 20, but it has been a stout defense this year for the Princeton Tigers, and they hope to keep that up through tonight, not just tonight, throughout the rest of the season. Looking at the Chisago Lakes football team, they are 3-2 on the season. They can run the ball, but they can also pass the ball pretty well. We've seen that a couple of times here this year. Their first game, they went over to Foley. That was a weird night for football, with just across the state of Minnesota, specifically here in central northeast Minnesota. And as we had tornadoes that night, teams had to stop on the side of the road because of the storms, and Chisago Lakes was one of them, but they managed to get over to Foley, get the victory 28-8. Then they would also bring in Cambridge Isani just not too long ago for their second game, 48-33 victory. Saw the passing game come into play there late in that one. And then it was their first loss of the season to Providence Academy, who is a 4A school as well. That was a 28-18 loss for the Wildcats, as the Providence Academy football team, they are third in the state at 4-1. Their lone loss came against Becker. Becker, by the way, undefeated in Section 8 4A. So a lot of good teams playing a lot of good teams, and it's going to be fun to see where all these teams will wind up finishing in their section and where their standings will be come playoff time. And might be thinking it can't be soon enough for playoffs, right? No, it is. We're only about 2 weeks away. Actually, just on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we were 2 weeks away exactly from playoffs beginning, or from the regular season ending, I should say. And then playoffs begin the following Tuesday. So it is not far away, ladies and gentlemen. We've got playoffs right around the corner. The regular season quickly coming to a close, but Chisago Lakes looks to end it on a high note. Continuing on, after Providence Academy, they welcomed in Big Lake, and they got the big victory, 49-14. And then a little bit of a down week last week where they went on the road to Zimmerman and fell to Zimmerman 40-13. Zimmerman on the year, by the way, is 3-2 as well. They're in the top 15 in the state. They have beat Fridley, Columbia Heights, and Chisago, but have lost to Princeton and Orono. So a tough one there for the Wildcats to lose. Of course, they did have a few guys out. Some guys are injured, but they're looking to get back on the winning side of things. We do have an interview with the Wildcats head coach Ryan Anderson that we're going to get to here in just a moment. But first, we're going to hear a word from our fine sponsors. We'll hear that interview. We'll be closer to kickoff at that point. Then we'll come back, talk more about this game and the matchup coming up. And then after that, we should have kickoff coming your way. So first, a word from our fine sponsors, and then that interview with the Wildcats head coach Ryan Anderson here on 100.9 FM WCMP.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Game Day Gilman. I'm now joined by the head coach of the Chisago Lakes football team, Coach Anderson. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And last time we talked, we were getting into that Big Lake game in which you guys won, and you guys played a game last week. But let's go back and quickly take a look at that Big Lake win. Talk about that win for your team.
You know, that was a big win for us. It was a sub-district win. So that's always a nice win to get against your sub-district opponents. But ultimately, for us at Chisago, it's been a while since we've been victorious on a homecoming night. So that felt good. Our seniors were really looking to get a win on a homecoming because it hasn't happened, I think, since they were freshmen. And the regularity of wins on homecoming has kind of dwindled over the past compared to what it has been historically. So that felt good to get a win, and the type of win, the way that it was, to get guys in the game that maybe don't always get an opportunity to have that. And we were also able to get a young man in the game that's really had to face some adversity this year, actually going back to May. He spent several days in the hospital, and his football season is not what he wants it to be. He's not able to participate with the contact, but we were still able to get him in the game to take a knee at the end. So that was an awesome thing to see because he's gone through an awful lot, and for him to be able to get on the field, it meant a lot to him and it meant a lot to us too.
Especially on homecoming night, for him to be able to get out there, I'm sure that was just super special.
Yeah, it was, and he's a senior, so it meant a lot to him. I mean, it was an emotional night for him, and all of us for us to get a win like that and to see him be able to take the field. It was pretty special.
Well, that's awesome. And then last week you guys battled against a tough Zimmerman team. What were some of the things in that game that you liked?
Well, the play of our offensive line was really pretty solid. They have been doing a nice job throughout this year. We knew that they were going to be a strength of ours, and they certainly were on that night as well. So that was good. They played well. They play hard. They have a good handle on their assignments, and when they execute, they know what they're doing. So there's a lot of confidence with our offensive linemen, and the coaches have confidence in them as well. So that was one of the big things that we did take away from that game on Friday.
And again, as mentioned in the preseason talks, that was one of the parts of this team that had a bunch of veteran leadership returning, and they have a lot of experience. And how well has that helped this team with that experience on the line?
You know, when we have a inexperienced quarterback, we're at week 6 now, but so he's getting experience. But with the amount of experience that those guys up front have, they're almost like another coach on the field for our quarterback. They've seen a lot thrown at them, and they can kind of help make some calls as to what they're seeing, which ultimately then resonates with that quarterback and can help him make any call that we might need to make as well. So it's really, really invaluable for us to have that amount of experience on the line of scrimmage. Offensively, there's a little bit more, but defensively as well, there's quite a bit of experience on both sides of the ball. So that's a big help when we want to run plays on offense that are going against different looks that might not be exactly what we anticipate throughout the week. And then defensively, it allows us to do some other things that we'd like to do as well to make it a little more challenging for that offense that we're facing.
And then going back to that Zimmerman game, unfortunately you guys came out on the losing side of it, but what were some of the things that you took away from that game that you want to maybe fine-tune this week?
I think the biggest thing is just with football, and this is something that we talk about, how it's really the ultimate team sport because you got to have 11 guys on the same page. And on Friday night, unfortunately, there was far too many times where guys just weren't executing. They weren't on the same page. They weren't getting their job done. In fact, there was a lot of times where it felt like they were trying to do too much. So our focus this week is kind of getting back to, hey, we got to be disciplined. We got to focus on our job. We can't do too much. We can't do 2 jobs. We got to do one job. And if we do that one job well and trust that our teammates are doing their job, we'll be all right. And unfortunately, I think on Friday, we weren't doing that, and that's why we had the outcome that we did.
In that game there in the first quarter, an early turnover that gave it back to Zimmerman. What is the message to the team when a turnover happens like that and gives the opposing team's offense a short field?
The biggest thing we've been trying to talk about all season long has been, complementary football. So when that turnover happens and the defense gets a short field, that's tough for the defense because we look at all the statistics and we show these to the players, guys. Where you start as an offense on the field matters, and the probability of scoring increases, which is probably no surprise to anybody. But the message is, hey, pick us up. Let's get that ball back. Bend, don't break. You're not expected to be perfect out there. Obviously, the 3 and out is what we're really hoping for. But when you're facing a team that's well coached and they have a short field like that 3 and out becomes a pretty tough challenge. So trying to minimize the points, if it's holding them to a field goal, that can be huge. But at the end of the day, it's just get in that mindset of, all right, hey, offense made a mistake. Let's go out there. Let's go help them out. Let's pick them up when they made that mistake that puts us in a short field.
Coming up here this Friday, you'll have another home game. This week, you'll welcome in Princeton, a fairly good team themselves, but another team that has a pretty good O-line themselves, and yet another scrambling ability quarterback who can kind of do it both through the air and with his feet. What are some of the things you're looking to defend against and or attack against Princeton?
Well, we've got some experience with Princeton historically. They're another sub-district team, so things kind of get jumbled up, every once in a while, and we've played them more often than not during my career. So we do have some experience. They do have a new coach. He was a new coach last year, I believe, and what they're doing this year is very, very similar to what they're doing last year. We played them pretty solid last year, but again, it came down to our guys trusting their teammates and doing their job. So at the end of the day, we're looking out for their personnel, and we're being aware of that when they're on offense, because they do actually use two quarterbacks. They got one that he likes to sit in the wall. With him, they'll use a pistol or a gun formation a little bit more, and he can run and scramble and throw. And then the other quarterback comes in, and they're looking to run a little more too tight, full bone type formations. So we're addressing, we're practicing for both of those looks. We're kind of practicing, the personnel changes is really maybe what's going to be the most challenging thing for us, is making sure that we try to get the right guys in the right spot at the right time, which can be a little tricky trying to run guys on and off the field. But we're also going to be prepared to do what we need to do with those guys on the field. We're fairly confident that we're going to get guys in the right spot and get those guys in a position to be successful. And at that point, then it comes down to whose X's are better than whose O's. They've got a lot of experience coming back, kind of like what we have on the line of scrimmage, but they're a good team. They're a well-coached team. They're a physical team. It's a type of matchup that I'm really looking forward to when we get to face, an opponent like this.
And how do you make sure, or maybe what is the message to the team coming off a loss last week, coming into this game, to not maybe go overboard on trying to get back in that win column? Because I think sometimes after a loss, players want to so bad to get back that they can sometimes overplay and not get back to that fundamental side of things. So what is, as a coach, the message to the team to make sure they're still playing within themselves?
Right, and at the end of the day, that's the beauty of high school sports is I think with a high school student, things like that are maybe something that needs to be more on a coach's radar versus when you're dealing with, collegiate or professionals. The message is going to be just kind of re-emphasizing, you got to trust your teammates, trust yourself. We're going to we talk about how when we practice not to just simply get something right, but rather perform and do something so that we're not going to get it wrong and that type of thing. Just kind of putting the focus back on our preparation and what we're doing as an individual in our team spots as how we can get better and focus on the process of improving what we're trying to improve on. So we try to focus on just that process of getting better and how that is going to help us through the entirety of the season. Yeah, we break things down and go game by game, but ultimately we want to be a better team in Week 6 than we were in Week 1. We want to be a better team than we are in Week 6 than we were in Week 5 as well. So focusing on that process and the big conversation is going to be about trust and making sure that we can develop or get back to trusting those things that we need to be doing.
Coach, here 5 weeks through the regular season, looking at the health of the team, how is the health of the team? Everybody, for the most part, healthy? Anybody out?
Right now, we're actually getting some guys back. We had one of our free safety, Cole Stilt, broke a thumb. He was out for a couple weeks. He's now casted up. He'll be back. We lost the defensive lineman, Marcelo Cardoni. He broke a thumb as well. Seems like broken thumbs were contagious this year. But now he's casted up. He'll be back this week. So we're getting some guys back, but at the same time, it is Week 6. So there's definitely some guys that are banged up, maybe not feeling as great as they did back on August 12th. But But that's kind of the nature of the beast that we live with. And thankfully, there's nobody out as of right now. But right now, we've got some guys that are watching some injuries. And to be quite honest with you, it's a bad year to not have a trainer. Well, every year is a bad year to not have a trainer, but this year we're trying to figure out how to navigate some of these injuries without having a full-time trainer on hand. So that's an extra added challenge to the mix as well.
But Coach, that is all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, thanks again for having me. Thanks again for all that you guys do for high school sports. I think it's fantastic. We're always grateful when we can be on your show and be on the radio with you guys to reach out to our fans who maybe can't be there as well. But for those that are there, we're thankful for them too. We've got a great fan base. Our homecoming atmosphere was absolutely fantastic, and all of our home games are just an absolute blast. We're pretty fortunate to have the atmosphere that we have at Chisago Lake. So thanks again for all that you do, and thanks to all our fans out there as well.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you, Coach, for taking time to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated, and wish you the best of luck on Friday.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thanks. You too.
Hey there, Matt Winsand, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in Northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
And welcome in once again, ladies and gentlemen, 100.9 FM WCMP. We're getting ready for a kickoff here at Chisago Lakes High School between the Princeton Tigers and the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. The Wildcats coming in 3-2. Princeton 5-0 here this evening. Coming in tonight to Lynchburg, Minnesota. Again, a beautiful night for some football here in Lynchburg, Minnesota. Sitting at about 62 degrees. Looks like a low of 48 tonight. Tomorrow should be nice and beautiful, but that's not what we're focused on. We're focused on the game here tonight as we get ready for our Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Looking at the playoffs here for these two teams for Section 3 4A, which Chisago Lakes plays out of. Their playoffs will begin October 22nd. Yes, that is the Tuesday we were mentioning that begins on. And then in Princeton's playoffs will begin on that same time. Now, again, it all depends on the section on how the seedings will go. So every game matters for the seeding. These two teams play in the same district as well, and they play in the Skyway Silver. Princeton on top, then Chisago Lakes, then Zimmerman, then Big Lake on the bottom. As we get set for our Kettle River Pizza kickoff here on 100.9 FM WCMP. The Wildcats will kick this one away as they defer to the second half. Bryce Morley will get set to boot this one away on our Kettle River Pizza kickoff. And going back to receive, going to be Cullen Drews, along with, I can't quite see the other one, maybe Noah Hansen. So Noah Hansen and Drews, and there's the boot, and we are underway. That's going to go into the, and back out of the end zone on the kick from Bryson Morley. So that one goes through the end zone. A touchback for the Princeton Tigers, and Princeton will have their first possession of the night. Leading them out there at the quarterback spot is actually going to be Braden Schaefer. We've seen Brody Cook come out, but Braden Schaefer will lead the Tigers out. So Braden Schaefer will bring his team to the line, wishbone formation. He's going to take the snap. He'll give it right up the middle to the fullback. He falls forward past the 20, near the 25, before he's taken down, that time on the carry, number 25. That is Noah Wells. Noah Wells with the carry of about 4 on that one. And that's how the game begins. 4 yards for Noah Wells, and Looks like Brody Cook will check in now. And may they run Schaefer and Wells in the backfield at the same time. They'll line up with 5 guys in the backfield, and now they'll line up on the line. One-man motions out from left to right. Cook is going to hold on to it. He's got a little bit of room to run, makes a move past the 27, and then falls forward at the 30. It's Brody Cook for a gain of 6. Brody Cook. And Cook with the carry on that one. A new set of downs for the Tigers after the 6-yard gain. So first down and 10 for Princeton. And here they come to the line once again. Brody Cook remains out there. He's got a running back to his right, 2 receivers left, tight end on the right side. Cook will take the snap. He looks one way, then he'll run out to his left. It's a quarterback keeper. Makes one man miss at the 29. Still not wrapped up. Breaks a tackle. He's gone. Brody Cook is gone. He is 70 yards into the end zone. Touchdown. Tigers, no flags. 70 yards, Brody Cook. Touchdown for the Tigers. They will get on the board first. And that is unfortunate. The Tigers, that was a long developing play. The Tigers had to get out to the opposite side of the field, the far side of the field for that one. But their offensive line, again, does a good job of moving laterally. They do a good job of moving forward as well, but laterally they do a really good job of moving. And they got out in front and allowed Cook to get to the sideline, and then he just used his speed the rest of the way. It's going to be Nolan Soderholm to kick the extra point. It is up, and it is good. 7-0 after the Tigers go 80 yards and get on the board first. So the Tigers get on the board early here in this one. Only about a minute and a half off the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard on that drive for the Princeton Tigers. Embrace Orthodontics. Custom Light Force braces, or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. You can find out more at embracemn.com. Getting set to boot this one away for the Princeton Tigers is going to be number 64. Of course, I don't have my thing up. That seems quite fair. So we're getting ready for another Kettle River Pizza kick. Levi Sine getting set to boot this one away for Princeton. And here's the boot. This one, a end-over-end kick towards the far side of the field, and it's taken in at the 5, but it is dropped. It falls forward to the 15. He picks it up at the 20, trying to make his way outside left, but that's where he's tangled up right at the 20 on the return. Carson Langevin right at the 20. So he got it at the 5. It went through his attempted return, rolled all the way up right where he was taken down at the 20. And this will bring out the Chisago Lakes offense. Their quarterback, Kellen, will bring his team out. Under center. Takes a snap. He'll keep it himself. Meisner up the middle, and he's close to 5. Give him 4. Ellen Meisner with the carry of 4 yards. So it'll bring up second down and 6 for the Wildcats. One receiver split out wide to the right. That's number 4, Braden Anderson. A triple I here behind Meisner. He'll fake the give right up the gut to the fullback, and then off to the other running back. He gets through, breaks a tackle at the 25, falls near the 30. It'll be a gain of 5 for Carson Langevin. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats, and again, they go with a little bit of time in the huddle, if at all, as Meisner will go under center. He's got a man split out wide right. He's the lone receiver split out wide. Meisner under center, sends a man in motion from left to right. He's going to give it up the middle. He may have got the first down on his initial push. He did. He got 2 on the carry. It'll be a new set of downs on the carry from Braxton Bender-Elke.
Bender-Elke on the carry. First down, Chisago Lakes.
So Elke with the 2-yard carry picks up enough for the first down. It'll be a new set of downs at the 31-yard line on the Wildcats' own side of the 50. 2 receivers split out wide, 1 right, 1 left. Meisner under center. Takes the snap. He'll look for the quick pass. He's going to chuck it underneath right at the 31, making a man miss. Breaking a tackle to the 35, grinds his way out of bounds. On the catch that time, Jaden Green with the catch. Let's see where they spot him. Oh, wow, they spot him at the 36. Thought he got near the 40, but it'll be a gain of 5 for Jaden Green. So first pass for Meisner goes for 5. 4 receiver formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Lone running back behind Meisner under center. Meisner takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself on the give. He takes it to the 40, splits outside to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, 40, and he's walked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Gain of 24 for Meisner. Helen Meisner with a nice carry there. Beautiful job up the middle by that offensive line, opening up that running lane for him, and then it was all Meisner from there. So new set of downs on the Princeton side of the 50. Lone receiver split out wide to the left here is Braden Anderson. Meisner under center. And almost got Princeton to jump. In fact, they did jump. They just didn't jump across. So Meisner will go back under center as they did not get them to fully jump. Meisner will keep it himself on a good fake past the 40, and then he's wrapped up on a good tackle there by a couple of Tigers. It'll be a gain of about 2 for Meisner. So 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. They'll split Braden Anderson out wide to the right. Meisner under center. He'll take the snap, and instead he'll drop back. He's got a man open on the right side of the field. It's caught to the 20, 15, 10. Horse collar tackle brings him out at the 1. That is a great catch there by Carson Langevin, and he gets from the 38 to the 1, a 37-yard gain for Carson Langevin. 37 on the play, and now it'll be 1st down and goal from the 1 for the Wildcats. Meisner and company trying to answer on their first drive of the game. Under center, lone receiver out wide to the right. Meisner takes the snap, give up the middle, wide open into the end zone. Bender-Elke, touchdown Wildcats. Bender-Elke makes it 7-6 inside the Roddy Motors red zone. Bryson Morley with the PAT. It is up and it is good. So the Wildcats, they go 80 yards as well and score the touchdown plus the extra point. And they tie the game at 7 with 7:37 to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7 apiece. So the Wildcats make the Tigers stay out on defense a little bit longer than their defense was, and Wildcats cap it off with a 1-yard touchdown run from Bender-Elke, but it was all set up on the 37-yard pass to Carson Langevin on the far side of the field. I mean, he floated it out there, and Langevin just did the rest. He gave a stiff arm to a defender at the 15 and then carried that defender all the way to the 1 before he was pushed out. And now Benner Elke paid it off with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. So again, it's Bryson Morley to kick this one away. So another Kettle River Pizza kickoff coming your way. Morley with the boot, and this one's an end over end. This one going to get near the goal line again. Oh, it is muffed and then into the end zone, and because it touches in the end zone, it is a touchback there. So the Tigers catch a break there. Noah Hansen trying to get the return, but it goes through his hands into the end zone, so that is an automatic touchback, and the Tigers will take over on their own 20-yard line. So once again, the Tigers will start from their own 20. And here comes the Tigers offense. Wildcats got a late defender running onto the field, but he's out there. They're going to fake the give one way, then give it the other way. A tackle braked at the 25, and then he carries it to the 32. That on the carry is Jonathan Kaiser. Kaiser with 12 yards on that one. It'll be first down and 10 for Princeton. Quick carry there for him, and already new set of downs. Now Cullen Drews. This is a fake by Schaefer. He's going to look to lob it deep, and it is caught and taken down after the 50. Ball is out. They're going to say he was down. Oh, my goodness. Isaac Thompson makes the catch, and he's taken down at the 48 of the Wildcats. Gain of 20. Gain of 20 there for Isaac Thompson. So it'll be first down and 10 on the Wildcat 48-yard line now for the Tigers. They'll shift out of that formation they're in. Now man right to left. It's Cook. He'll take it off the left side again. That's where he scored off of. He's got some room to run. Squeezes his way through the hole, and then he's taken down near the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 7 for Brody Cook. 7 yards on the QB keeper for Cook. And it looks like Cook will be the quarterback in again as he gets the play call from the sideline. And he'll jog it back into the offense. Now, Cook played the entire game against Malacca, game 1, until it was enough out of hand to where they allowed Schaefer to come in for the rest. But since then, it has been kind of both quarterbacks. They've kind of given it to both guys. Cook takes the snap. He's going to look to his right, fake it, then hold on to it. He's got some room. Makes man miss, and then he is wrapped up and taken down at the 39. A gain of 2 for Cook. So gain of 2. It'll make it third down and 1 for the Tigers. And Wildcats looking to make a big stop here. I would assume this is 4-down territory for Princeton, but one stop could make a difference. Cook, it's Schaefer. He'll toss it out to the left to Cullen Drews. Cullen Drews makes one man miss, cuts it up the field, and he's got it to the 35. A gain of 4 for Cullen Drews and a first down. So we'll give them a new set of downs at the 35 for the Tigers. Out there at tight end, the other one is Caden Johnson. It'll be Schaefer under center, Wishbone, and now we get a whistle here and a timeout called by Princeton. They didn't like what they were seeing out there apparently, and they will get a timeout called. And while they take a timeout, we'll take one as well. You're listening to football on 100.9 FM WCMP.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A new Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Back here on WCMP 100.9 FM. Tigers and Wildcats tied at 7 with 4:54 to go in the first quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their board-certified orthodontics are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. You can start today at embracemn.com. First down and 10 after the 2-yard carry, or 4-yard carry rather, by Cullen Drews. And it's Schaefer back out there under center. Wishbone behind him. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to give it up here. That is number 8. That's Jonathan Kaiser on the carry. He gets to about the 29 for a gain of 6. Second down and 4 now for the Tigers. Inside the Wildcat 30. This drive taking a little bit more time than the last drive. They went 3-4 plays and then wound up with a 70-yard touchdown run from Brody Cook to get them on the board first. Wildcats deferred, so they'll get the ball to start half number 2 as Schaefer walks his team to the line with under 4.5 to go in the first quarter. It's a toss out left here to Cullen Drews. Cullen Drews, his block was blown up, but he cuts it back up the field to the 20-15, using his speed to the 10, to the 5. He reaches, touchdown, yes. Cullen Drews from 29 yards out scores the touchdown for the Tigers. That'll make it 13-7. And Wildcats did a good job of blowing up that lone block on the outside. They had only one running back to the outside to try and block for him, and the Wildcats blew up that block, but he had a cutback lane to run through, and then he just used his speed to take him all the way into the end zone. And to kick this one is Nolan Soderholm. And this one is up, and it is good. 14-7 is the score now. Princeton, again, drives 80 yards for the touchdown and extra point. So maybe get 14-7 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever at embracemn.com. You know, both of these schools are predicated on the run, that is for sure, but early on we have seen them look to the pass game, I think, a little bit more than we were expecting. You know, we talk about balance for some teams. Other teams, it doesn't matter. They want to run the ball, and that's what they're going to do. But for both of these teams, again, predicated on the run, but both these teams are showing the passing game a little bit more here in this first quarter. So we got 3:57 left on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. As we get set for yet another Kettle River Pizza kickoff here in Lindstrom. Sine will ready for the kick. And here's the boot. End over end kick leading to the far side of the field. Off the bounce, taken in at the 11. Cutting it to the 20, to the 25, and that is where he is wrapped up, trying to cut. He was wrapped up on his cut outside, but to the 26 goes Carson Langevin, and that's where the Wildcats will start their second possession of the first quarter. 3:51 to go, quarter number 1. And here comes the offense. Again, if you didn't join us in time or you just didn't quite hear it, that interview pregame with Ryan Anderson, the head coach of the Wildcats, he talked about his offensive line and just how that they have the most experience and how he has been pleased with their play and just how they can continue to grow together as a team. Meisner under center. He'll take the snap and he'll give it up the middle. And on the carry, getting it to the close to the 30, right at the 29 is where they will spot the ball carrier. I think Benner Elke was the carry at 2-3 for him. And quickly to the line go the Wildcats. Again, they don't waste much time in between plays getting back to the line of scrimmage. Two receivers in the formation, one on each side in the I formation. They're going to fake the give to the fullback up the middle. Cook is going to take Meisner down in the backfield. Meisner is taken down by Brody Cook. And then Meisner, they're going to actually say no gain. So no gain there for the Wildcats. That one's still spotted at the 29. 3rd down and 7. One receiver out wide to the left here for Meisner. And Meisner will go back under center. Meisner will take the snap. He'll drop back and look to pass. Looking to his left. Now looking to take off with it. Then steps back up and looks to pass again. He's under a ton of pressure. Chucks it downfield, but it's going to be out of bounds. His intended receiver, Reese Nasvik. So that is incomplete, and that will bring out 4th down for the Wildcats. 4th and 7. And the Wildcats will look set to punt this one away. Back to return for Princeton, and might be Drews. I can't quite see the number. The snap is short, and somehow he gets off. Oh, it hits a lineman. And I think it hit a Princeton Tiger. No, they're going to say it hit a Wildcat. So I had thought that hit a Tiger player, which if that's the case, I think you got to let the play go even if you're unsure. But I think they're going to say it hit a Wildcat player instead. So we'll make it Princeton ball from what, the 30? Yeah, they're going to say it hit a Wildcat. So it'll be Princeton ball from the Wildcats 29. Interesting. So the ball will again be placed at the 29 for the Tigers. And that's where they'll bring Schaefer back out. He'll go under center, Wishbone behind him. Takes the snap. He'll fake the give one way. It's a counter to Drews off the left side to the 25. Breaks a tackle at the 20 to the 15, 10, and he is in once again. Cullen Drews, one play, 29 yards, touchdown.
Drews with the carry for the Tigers, 29-yard first touchdown.
20-7, one play, 29-yard touchdown for Cullen Drews. It's a good counter play there by the Tigers. And Drews made one-man miss on the arm tackle. And here is the PAT attempt. It is up and good. 21-7. The Tigers lead with 2:15 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. So the Princeton Tigers will get set to kick it away. Ooh, Bram is up on Southridge right now, 39-0 after one quarter. Oh, my goodness. Adam hefty over there on that one. Ooh, that one's out of hand. And it's only the first. My goodness. Well, Bram is looking to go to win that one.
Sine in for the kick for the Tigers. With Green and Langevin in the backfield for the Wildcats.
So the Tigers will get set to boot this one away. Another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Sine readies. There's the whistle. And here's the boot. Endo Wren again on the left side here for Carson Langevin. He takes it, cuts back to the left, to the 20, makes a man miss at the 15, 25. Trying to make it cut back at the 30, to the 35. Wrapped up and nearly down at the 40. Langevin on the return to the 40-yard line. So the Wildcats, Langevin, he's been close here so far in this first quarter, and he breaks that one up to the 40. So the Wildcats will get great starting field position at the 40-yard line. Meisner under center, one receiver out wide to the right. Ball on the near hash. Meisner will give it up the middle. And not much doing on the carry. Gain of about 2 or 3. And Bender Elke looks to have carried that one. Gain of 3.
Gain of 3 yards. Tackled by Kaiser.
Emmett Hahn is also out there at 28. 2 receivers out wide right for Meisner. Takes the snap. He's going to give it back to Bender Elke up past the 45. They'll spot him at about the 46. Gain of 3. Again for Bender Elke. Actually, they'll get him to the 47. So it's a gain of 4 where they spot the ball. 3rd and 3. Meisner will bring in the play. 1 receiver out wide right. Receiver out in the formation left. It's going to be Langevin. Line up in the I formation. Meisner under center. Meisner will give it back to Bender Elke. Not much doing on that one. Maybe a yard, but that is it, if anything. He got a yard, but that is it, and that'll bring up 4th down and 2. 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 4th down and 2, and it appears the Wildcats will bring out the punting unit. Ball spotted on their own 50. They want to play a little bit of field position here. Make Princeton drive the field. You don't want to give the Tigers any better field position than what they've already gotten. Cullen Drews will be back to receive the punt. This one is away, but it's a high end-over-end kick. It's not going to go very far. But it will take a Wildcat roll inside the 20, near the 15 to the 16. So that gets a Wildcat bounce inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. And the Tigers will take over. But that will be it for our first quarter of play. The Tigers lead 27-0 or 21-0 on that. 21-7 is how you say it on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. 21-7 is our score. Too many scores in my head. I'm looking at my phone too much. 21-7, Tigers after 1. Be back after word from our fine sponsors.
The Mushroom Melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the Mushroom Melt and Fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP. Wildcats trail the Tigers 21-7 after 1 quarter of play. So we'll switch sides of the field. Tigers will go right to left on your radio dial. Wildcats left to right. Wildcats wearing their green uniforms, green jerseys and pants with the shoulder stripe, 2 gold stripes, the middle white stripe, the white letters and numbers outlined in the gold. The gold helmets, the 4-screen face mask, and the Wildcat logo on each side of the helmet. Tigers wearing their white jerseys, the lone orange stripe on the sleeve. Orange letters and numbers outlined in black. The black pants with the 1 orange stripe. The black helmets, all black helmets with the Princeton logo, the Princeton P, I should say, on each side of the helmet. So to begin the second quarter, the Tigers will start at their own 16-yard line. This first play of the drive and of the second quarter. Cook will line up in some sort of gun formation. He'll take the snap, and he's going to run. He'll keep it to the right side. This time, Estes wraps him up, but he breaks off the tackle, and Cook is going backwards and backwards and backwards, and he's taken down, looks like inside the 10 at the 9. Loss of 7. Loss of 7 for Cook. That'll make it second and 17. Cook broke off of Estes' tackle, and then he was wrapped up. The Wildcats did a really good job of getting 1 and then 2 and then multiple players to the quarterback to wrap him up and bring him down on the big loss. Now it's Schaefer under center. Schaefer, he'll quickly give it up the middle, and the running back's got some room and still grinding past the 15 to the 20 before he's ridden down at the 21-yard line. That's Noah Wells on the carry to the 21. 14 yards for Wells. That'll bring up third and about 4 or 5 yards, third medium. Schaefer back under center. Wishbone takes the snap, toss out to the right side here for Kaiser. Kaiser into some traffic, wrapped up, and then he extends that ball. Ooh, they're actually going to give him a good spot there, right at the 25. The nose of the ball is going to be sitting at the 25. It's a gain of 4 for Kaiser. It'll be 4th and short. Oh, yeah, they gave that ball a really good spot. That ball is sitting on the other side of the 25. Oh, the Tigers going to go for it here on 4th and inches. And they're going to get Wildcats to jump. So that will give the Tigers the free first down on the offsides penalty, or, well, more or less encroachment. That will give the Tigers a new set of downs. It's a new set of downs. Ball spotted at the 30 after the encroachment penalty on the Wildcats. Tigers getting that play call from the sideline. Looks like Brody Cook will bring the play into the huddle. Schaefer will take a breather. Cook brings his team to the line. He'll line up with a receiver wide on each side of the formation. He's in the gun, tight end on each side as well. Cook takes the snap. He's going to, again, anytime he's in, it's just a quarterback keeper. He gets up to the 30, to the 31, and then he is wrapped up, and then multiple defenders take him down at about the 32.5. Gain of about 3 for Cook. And it'll be 2nd down and 7, and we have a Wildcat player down. Hopefully he's all right. Well, we'll take a commercial break to check on the injured player. Back after word from our fine sponsors.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Carson Drury was the injured Wildcat. He's able to walk off under his own power, so we hope and pray that he's all right. Under 9 minutes now left here in the second quarter. Schaefer, he'll give it off here off the right side of the line to Kaiser, and Kaiser gets past the 35 to about the 36 7. Gain of 4 for Kaiser. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. 3rd down and about 3. So it'll be Schaefer in the huddle getting the play call. They break the huddle. Wishbone. Schaefer, quick snap, toss out right here to Kaiser. Kaiser falling forward. He gets the first down and then some. Breaks a tackle at the 50, falling forward, and he's wrapped up at about the 44-yard line. 19 yards for Jonathan Kaiser. 44-yard line is where the ball is spotted. A new set of downs for Princeton. Under 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Player running off late here for the Wildcats, but he's off in time. And here come the Tigers to the line of scrimmage on the other side of the 50. Schaefer under center, quick snap. He'll fake the give. No, it's a give up the middle to, that is Noah Wells. He is gone. Noah Wells, a 100-yard dash to the end zone from 44 yards out for the touchdown. And the Tigers are back on the board, 27-7 on the carry from Noah Wells. Good fake on the outside on the toss, and then a give up the middle to Wells, and Wells was off to the races. Snap spot, down kick is up, and it is good on the PAT. 28-7 with 7:20 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here in the first half. Embrace Orthodontics will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you, and if you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. Don't forget, stay tuned. In about 7 minutes, 20 seconds, or maybe probably like 20 minutes real time, we'll have your Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime coming up here. The halftime report brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. So the fourth possession leads to another touchdown for the Tigers. It's been now 2 punts in a row for the Wildcats, although the last one hit a Wildcat lineman as it was trying to get downfield and was downed and about, I don't remember where it was. So Princeton will get set to boot this one away on another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Sine getting set to boot this one away. Green and Langevin set to return. Green taking it about the 10 to the 20. Cuts it outside to the 25-30, and that's where he is wrapped up. Green on the return. Ball will be spotted with the nose at the 30. The Wildcats will try and get this offense going. A good first drive, but since then they have been stifled by that Tiger defense. Meisner will bring the offense out. We'll have a receiver wide to the right. That's Jaden Green. Meisner under center. They also got one out wide left. High formation here for the Wildcats. Meisner will take the snap. It's a quick throw out here to Jaden Green, and it is a forward pass, so it is incomplete. Green quickly with the drop. Unfortunately, he just took his eyes off that one. He was looking to get upfield quickly, and because of that, he dropped it. Otherwise, he would have had about 5 yards. Could have made a man miss, too, and maybe we're talking about him still running. Two receivers right for Meisner. Langevin line up in the tight end spot here on the near side. Meisner will fake the give. It'll be an option. He'll toss it out to Langevin. To the 35. Got some room. Stiff arm. Up to the 40. And that that'll be spotted right at the 40. And that should be a new set of downs. It will be. Gain of 10 for Carson Langevin. That was a good-looking play. Although the Tigers got in the backfield quickly, Meisner did a really good job of noticing that and realizing, hey, I've got Langevin on the outside, and Langevin just used his speed to get the 10 yards for a new set of downs. Receiver out wide left for the Wildcats. Meisner under center. Takes the snap, give right up the middle to Bender Elke. Bender Elke makes a man miss at the 50, to the 45, 40. Down at about the 30, is wrapped up at the ankles. But Bender Elke with a nice run to the 29-yard line. 31 yards for Bender Elke. And the Wildcats are back into Princeton territory. And with that big run from Bender Elke, Princeton wants to call a timeout. And the Wildcats have found that rhythm once again offensively. And Bender Elke, he was almost gone had it not been for a defender at the 50. He hurtled over his hand trying to make the attempted tackle, and if it wasn't for that, he would have been gone. But you got to give credit to the Tigers. They got that hand on the foot to force him to make that hurdle, and if it weren't for that, we're talking about Bender Elke in the end zone, but did a good job to slow him up just ever so slightly so the defender could reach him, but not until he got to the Tigers' 29-yard line. 6:52 to go in quarter number 2. Keep you updated on all the other games going on in our local listening area. Rush City tonight hosting Mesabi East for their homecoming. Malacca hosting Dassel Cokato and Bram Southridge. We got 3 homecoming games on our airwaves tonight. Meisner and company back out on the field after the timeout. Tigers defense out there as well. Wildcats will line up with a receiver wide left. Meisner will go under center. It will be another option, but this time he's got some room to run. Cuts it back at the 25, moves forward, and is wrapped up at the 24. Gain of 5 for Kellen Meisner. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats. Receiver goes wide right. Again, that's Braden Anderson, the receiver. Meisner calling out to the offensive line, now under center. Meisner, he'll give it up to Bender Elke. Bender Elke's got some room to run, lowers the boom, and he's inside the 20 to about the 17. Gain of 7 for Bender Elke, and it's a new set of downs for the Wildcats inside that Roddy Motors red zone. Roddy Motors in Mora is a veteran-owned business. Joe Rademacher is a United States Marine. When you need a pre-owned vehicle, Joe will get you squared away. New set of downs, 2 receivers out wide to left here for Meisner. Under center. And they got Princeton to jump, but not across. They did not make contact, so no encroachment call. Back under center, Meisner. He'll give again to Bender Elke. Bender Elke into a plethora of Tigers, spins out of one tackle, then falls forward inside the 15 to the 14, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 inside the 15. Wildcats are driving. 5:10 to go on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard here in the first half. See around wide to the right for Meisner. Langevin on the right side as well. Meisner will take the snap and another give to Bender Elke up the middle. He grinds his way forward inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 for Bender Elke. And he is going to be just short of a first down. 3rd down and 1 to go. Receiver wide left. Meisner takes a snap. He'll keep it himself off the right side of the line. Gets the first down, lowers the shoulder inside the 5 to the 4. Kellen Meisner with a gain of 4. And it's a new set of downs. It'll be first down and goal. Wildcats at the Tiger 4-yard line. 4:12 to go in the first half. Wildcats trying to get back on the board, give their defense a rest here, and get their offense in rhythm. Meisner brings the play to the offense. Receiver out wide right. Meisner takes the snap. He'll give off the right side of the line here to Jaden Green, and Green maybe gets a yard off that dive off the guard, and maybe a yard there for Jaden Green. So 2nd down and goal. Meisner. It's an option play. Look to keep it himself near the goal line, and he is. No, they're going to say he's down at the 1. Meisner looked like he stretched to get it in, but he is going to be called short. Gain of 2. And it will be 3rd and goal at the half-yard line. We'll have 2 receivers in the formation, 1 out wide on each side. They'll line up in the I. Langevin will dot the I, and Bender Elke into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. So another 1-yard rushing touchdown for Bender Elke to get them back on the board. It's 28-13. 2:39 left in this first half. Morley will get set to kick the PAT. Snap, spot, down, kick is up, and it is good. 28-14. Tigers still lead, but the Wildcats go on a nice drive there and punch it in the end zone on another 1-yard rushing touchdown from Bender Elke. 2:39 to go in this first half. So the Wildcats will look to their defense now to make a stop. Princeton has scored on all of their first 4 drives of the game. Wildcats defense now looking for a big stop. First, we'll get the Kettle River Pizza kickoff here from Morley. Bryson Morley will put it on the tee and look to boot it away. And here's the boot. Morley. That one's going to go and get into the end zone again for yet another touchback. Bryson Morley.
With the kick into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another good boot there. And now here comes the Tiger offense once again. They have been rolling so far in this first half. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. They'll look to do it again on this one, but the Wildcats looking for a big stop, get the ball back, and try and get them within 7 before half. Looks like it will be Schaefer who will start under center this drive. Schaefer will toss out to the left here. He's got it to Drews, and Drews is pushed out past the 20. Where will they spot him? At the 24. Gain of 4 for Cullen Drews. Drews was knocked out of bounds, so that will stop the clock. 2:32 to go. 2nd and 6. Schaefer Under center, a quick snap. He'll give it right up the middle here to Noah Wells. Wells got some room to run to the 30. Grinds his way past the 35, carrying defenders to the 40. Gain of 16 for Noah Wells. Noah Wells with the carry of 16 there, and the Tigers are on the move. Wells, one of the seniors on this squad. Schaefer, quick snap. Toss to the right again for Kaiser. Kaiser looking for some room to run. He's got nowhere to go, but he breaks off of one tackle, and then he's wrapped up in the backfield. A loss of 1 on the carry for Jonathan Kaiser. Loss of 1 to the 39. It will make it 2nd down and 11. Under 2 minutes to go. 28-14. Tigers with the lead. Wildcats looking to make a big stop here defensively. Schaefer under center. He makes a snap quick. He will snap it again quick. Wells up the middle on the carry. And still going. No, he's wrapped up at about the 42. A gain of 3 for Wells. So it'll be 3rd down and about 8 to go. 3rd down and 8. Can the Wildcats come up with the big stop here defensively? And then their offense would have to go quickly, but it all comes down to this. Can they make the stop? Schaefer will give it. No, he'll fake it the other way. It's a counter for Kaiser. Kaiser going much of nowhere. Oh, they're going to give him a spot at the 45. A gain of 3 for Kaiser. That's a very generous spot. That's a generous spot. I thought he was more taken down towards the 44. They're going to place him up at the 45. But it will bring up 4th and about 5. Timeout called by the Wildcats, and now they're looking for the ball back here with under a minute to go. 28-14, Wildcats will take the most recent timeout, and we'll keep it here, though. We got plenty of ads rolling at halftime, so we'll keep it here. The Wildcats hoping to get this ball back, and we've seen how quickly this offense can work. They're hoping that they can. Now, will Princeton go for it here is the question, and as of right now, it looks like they might. Not quite sure. We'll see. Well, they do have their punter out there, so it does look like they at least are going to act like they're going to punt it away. Looks like it's Hop, excuse me. And they will punt it away. And great job by the Wildcats to get there but not touch the punter, as this one's going to roll out at around the 23-yard line. Getting in there, putting pressure on was Matthew Schlender. Schlender putting pressure on the punter, but he did a good job not to touch the punter, because if he did, it would have been a 5-yard penalty, probably a new set of downs. So the Wildcats will get the ball back. 53 seconds to go. They have 2 timeouts left. They got to drive 77 yards to score. Well, both of these drives for them have been more methodical that they've scored on, but they'll now look to score a little bit quicker. As they get the ball back. Again, 53 seconds ago, they're down by 14. Meisner has a receiver wide out to his left. Sends a man in motion to the left. Meisner will look. He's chucking it up. This one hangs in the air. Estes! Oh, and then there's the flag. And Estes was definitely interfered with. And that will be a 15-yard penalty spotted at the 38-yard line. Pass interference, Princeton. So it is incomplete, but erase the incompletion because of the pass interference call. And that will put the ball at the 38. Well, we'll put it at the 37. Should be 38-yard line if it's a 15-yard penalty, unless my math is wrong, which could very well be. I'm no math wizard. So Meisner will take the snap. He'll toss it out left here to Langevin. Langevin got some room to the 40, to the 45, and then he gets out of bounds. Very smart play by Langevin. Quick play. And he's out at the 45-yard line, a gain of 8. For Langevin. Stops the clock with 39 seconds to go. Meisner will get the play call from the sideline. SCs will move to the left of the offensive line. They'll send a receiver out wide to the right. Meisner back under center. Meisner will take the snap, and he's going backwards. Taken down in the backfield. That's a sack there for the Princeton Tigers. Number 53, that's Malik Moorhead with the sack. So a sack will put the Wildcats all the way back at the 37-yard line. And that will force them to call their second timeout with 34 seconds to go. To be 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats after the timeout. Moorhead just did a really good job there of getting through his gap and getting to the quarterback quickly, not allowing him a chance to get rid of it. So now the Wildcats still have to go over 60 yards in 34 seconds with 1 timeout. We see them go back to the air here on 3rd and long. Really try and get maybe a counter or something going. Or trick play, we'll see. Receiver wide right, that's Braden Anderson. Meisner under center. And Meisner will line up to pass. He's got a man, and Langevin bobbled it. Went off his hands. He almost caught it one-handed, but then he was wrapped up at the 42, and then that forced him to drop it. So that will force 4th down. So looks like the Wildcats will bring out their punting unit here on 4th and 10. 28 seconds to go. Owen Morley will get set to punt this one away. Snap, and here's the punt. This is a good punt this time, and it will be fair caught. It's dropped! Drews dropped it, but he's back on top of it. Back inside the 30 to the 25. So Drews muffed the punt, but he is back on top of it at the 25. Man, you talk about a momentum shifter, what that could have been, but unfortunately not to be for the Wildcats. So 28-14, Tigers with the lead. 19 seconds to go, on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Stay tuned at half. Your halftime report will be brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Cook will come out in the gun. He's got a receiver out wide, left, one right. Man in motion from right to left. Cook takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. That's what they usually do when he's in the backfield. And he cuts it up, but he slides down. I don't know if he slipped or if he slid himself, but he's down at the 24, loss of 1. And that will run out the rest of the play clock here in the first half. So that will do it for half number 1. Tigers lead over the Princeton Wildcats 28-14 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here at halftime. And we are now at our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime. So Hones Auto Body in Mora. The Hones halftime brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. They'll fix you up right, from minor repairs to windshields and major collisions. Hones has been serving the area for over 44 years. Find them at honesauto.com. 28-14 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Back after a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to football on 100.9 FM WCMP Cool Country. Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation, and whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust, for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit kettleriverpizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Back here on Cool Country and 100.9 FM WCMP for our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime, serving the area for over 44 years. Taking a look at the Princeton Tigers first half, well, pretty good. They had 4 touchdowns on 6 possessions, and they punted the ball once. And that last drive, they had it for 1 play in which they basically slid down and ran out the clock. They had 1 penalty. That was pass interference. No turnovers by either side. They ran the ball 23 times for 274 yards, 4 touchdowns, a pass for 20 yards to make it 294 yards of offense and 4 touchdowns. On the other side, for the Wildcats, they matched the Tigers' first drive touchdown of 80 yards and the extra point, but then they punted twice. And then that 4th drive, they scored again from 1 yard out from Bender Elke, and it was a 60-yard drive, but then they punted it away there on that last drive when they had one more chance to try and get in the end zone, but just unable to as they went backwards on a sack from Moorhead of the Princeton Tigers, and that would basically put them out of position. 22 carries for 136 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing for the Wildcats, 2 for 4 passing, 42 yards for a total of 178 yards of total offense, and those 2 touchdowns. They only had the 1 penalty as well on the offsides. No turnovers, as I mentioned, for either side. So Wildcats trail here at our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime, 28-14. Taking a look at around our local listening area. Over in Malacca, Dassel Cokato leads over the Wolves 20-0 at the Wolves homecoming. Bram is up on Southridge at halftime 45-0, so that one will be running clock for the remainder of that second half. But as I mentioned here, it's 28-14. We've got lots of games going on in our listening area, and in case you aren't able to make it to the game or we're not broadcasting it, well, you can stay tuned to the morning shows on this very station, 100.9 FM, with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45, or over on 95.5 FM KBEK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, because that's when we'll talk about local sports. We'll talk about games that we covered, games we didn't cover in our local listening area, scores and updates from all those, plus some regional and national sports as well. So be sure to tune in for all of those. You can catch that on the morning shows on Cool Country and Nice 95.5 FM. Beautiful night for football out here in Lindstrom, Minnesota. Pretty seasonable weather, sitting at 50 degrees. Dropped 12 degrees from the start of this game, though, so it's been a wicked drop, honestly, from the start of the game. But still a beautiful night out. Still not too cold. It's not to that point of the season where it's cold. You got to bundle up, bring a blanket, bring your gloves, bring your hat, maybe even some of those hand warmers as well. Not to that point yet, but we'll sure get there by the end of the season. But beautiful night here for football. We're at halftime. Hones Auto Body and Glass with the Princeton Tigers leading the Chisago Lakes Wildcats 28-14. We're going to hear another word from our fine sponsors. Then we'll be back after those sponsors, and we'll talk more about the first half and keys to the second half for both of these teams. You're listening to football on Cool Country 100.9 FM.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Cool Country WCMP 100.9 FM is the station for tonight's game between the Chisago Lakes Wildcats hosting the Princeton Tigers. We're at our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime, where on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, it shows the Tigers leading 28-14. The team at Embrace believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with the lifelong retention program at EmbraceMN.com. 28-14, Tigers scored on their first 4 drives of the game, and that got them out to that 28-7 lead. But they had to punt it away on their second to last drive, and then their last drive, basically they slid down to run out the rest of the clock. For Chisago Lakes, again, they did match that first drive that the Princeton Tigers had, but then they had 2 straight drives where they were forced to punt it. Then on that 4th drive, they drove 60 yards and punched it in on a Bender Elke 1-yard rushing touchdown. Bender Elke, by the way, has scored 2 1-yard rushing touchdowns here this evening for the Wildcats. He leads them in rushing with 11 carries, 72 yards. Meisner's close behind with 7 for 41. On the other side for the Princeton Tigers, leading the way for them is Noah Wells, 5 for 81. Brody Cook, 7 for 80, and 4 for 66 for Cullen Drews. So both these teams, though, as I mentioned early on in this one, predicated on the run, but both have come out and thrown, or at least shown they're going to throw a lot more than some people might be used to. Again, both these teams predicated on the run, but they have come out and shown the ability to pass, or have passed more than I think some people would think. And some plays have executed, some have not so far here tonight for both of these teams. But either way, Princeton up 28-14. They're putting their 5-0 record on the line, trying to get out of here at 6-0. Meanwhile, the Wildcats looking to come off of last week's loss against Zimmerman with a win here tonight to make it 4-2 for their record on the season. But again, Wildcats playing Section 3. Excuse me, apparently I am tired, but Class 4A in Section 3, the Wildcats play in. For the Princeton Tigers, they play in Section 8, Class 4A. Princeton trailing Becker in that section race right now. Becker, again, one of the top teams in that section. Becker's usually the top team in that section. Let's not get it wrong. Becker is normally towards the top, and they are again this year. They are number 1 in the state in Class 4A for football. Becker back on top. They have only allowed an average of 4 points per game. Becker may be the favorite once again this year to get back to state and win it all. They have only allowed, this is crazy, they have only allowed 22 points on the season. They gave up 9 to Providence Academy, 7 to Wilmer, and 6 to Hutchinson. Hutchinson was last year's state tournament winner in Class 4A. But Becker does play Ricori tonight, then Big Lake, then Chisago Lake. So not necessarily an easy end of the season, but Big Lake not having the year that they would like. So that you'd hope for Becker themselves that be a win. But Big Lake, they could look for an upset there. But again, when you beat Hutchinson, last year's winner, the Providence Academy, another team who's up there in the top 10 in the state. Wilmer, a very good team themselves. Hill Murray up there in the top 5. Hill Murray's only lost 1 game, and that was to Becker. Other than that, they've beat St. Agnes, St. Anthony Village, Simile, and North St. Paul. So you got a bunch of teams in here that are doing really well. Becker, though, looks to be the favorite in Class 4A. As we take a look at some of the other standings in the state, North Branch is 4th. Providence Academy 3rd. Holy Angels at 15th, but then Totina Grace number 2, Hill Murray 5th. And that rounds out the top 5. So that is a look at all of our top 5 teams in Class 4A. These two teams, though, it is a 28-14 lead for the Princeton Tigers over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Tigers, meanwhile, ranked 7th in the state. But in this one, again, Princeton has just been able to run their offense kind of at will and run where they want to. Their offensive line getting the job done. But what they're able to do is, and I mentioned it earlier too, their offensive line moves so well laterally. And a lot of times when you're talking about football, you don't want to be talking about moving laterally. You want to be talking about moving north and south. But that's why this Princeton team is so good. They do a good job of their offensive line of moving left to right and getting those spaces open on the side for their running backs to run through, because they've got a ton of speed with all their running backs. But not only does their line move really well right to left, they move really well north and south, and they can get up and down the field quickly with this run game, as we've seen so far here in this one. The Wildcats offense has struggled a little bit here in this first half. They've got 2 drives that have gone over 50 yards, in which they capped it off with a Bender Elke 1-yard rushing touchdown. So for the Wildcats here in this one, obviously you want to get back to that run game, but I think one of the biggest things is don't go backwards. It's easier said than done, and it might seem simple, but we've seen a lot of plays there for the Wildcats where they would have what seemed like a good drive where they get 1 or 2 first downs, but then they'd have a negative play that pushed them backwards, and that kind of seemed to end the drive. No matter how good it was going, that negative play seemed to end the drive. So if you're Chisago Lakes, again, it's easier said than done, but don't go backwards. Don't have those negative plays, because when you have them, they seem to be big so far here tonight for the Wildcats. So don't have negative plays, and again, just try to keep moving forward. I wouldn't be surprised if we try to see them get into their passing game just a little bit more, down by 14 points. You know, they want to stick with the run game. That's what they're predicated on. But I think if you're the Wildcats, you want to maybe get some counter plays going and then run the pass plays or play actions off of that and get Princeton caught flat-footed, pick up some big yards that way. But again, they'll stick with their running game as much as they can, but I think we'll see something like that happen. For the Princeton Tigers, there's not much reason to do anything different. They've done well so far throughout the first half. Why do anything different when you're up by 14 points and your offense is running well and running what it wants to do with very little resistance? So, they only had to punt the ball once there in that first half. So that'll do it for our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime. We'll take one final commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll be ready for that second half Kettle River Pizza kickoff. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on Cool Country 100.9 FM.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Hey there, Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in Northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A new Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Cool Country 100.9 FM getting set for the third quarter of play. So teams have just gotten finished with their stretches or warm-ups here at halftime, and now we're getting ready for that Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Kettle River Pizza, great tasting products. Go for a Kettle River Pizza right now. I have had so much pizza over the last few days, and I need more. The second half kick will go to the Wildcats here. So that is one positive. That's why I think they were so pressed on trying to score there before half. Again, you want to score before half, get the ball back, and try and tie it up. But they were just unable to. Again, the sack really kind of forced that drive to kind of be suspended, and they were forced to punt it away. Princeton would just run one play, slide down, and take it to half. So both teams back out onto the field. Princeton will kick it left to right on your radio dial. That means Chisago Lakes will be trying to score from right to left to begin this third quarter on your radio dial. Ball is on the tee at the 40. Nay readies with the kick. And there's the boot. That one is deep, and it'll be taken in at the 10 by Langevin. Langevin to the 15. Nears the 20, 25, cuts it out at the 30. To the 35, cuts it back inside. Nearing the 40, he's wrapped up and taken down, but not till he reaches the 41-yard line. Another good return by Langevin. And he has had now 2 returns that have gotten to or near the 40. It's a good return there for Langevin, and they're hoping that maybe one of those can pop. So the Wildcats will take over on their own 41-yard line. 2 receivers out wide to the right for Meisner. Under center. Behind him, Bender Elke. Meisner will take the snap. He'll fake it to Bender Elke. Now give it to Langevin. Langevin off the left side of the line. He is pushed out near the 45, and they'll spot it just on the other side of the 45 to about the 46. Gain of 5 for Langevin. That'll give him 28 on the night on 4 carries. Receiver out wide right. Meisner will line back up under center. Takes the snap. He'll give it up to Bender Elke. Bender Elke quickly through the line. Gets up to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5 and a first down for the Wildcats. Bender Elke's 12th carry goes for 5 and a new set of downs. 12 for 77 now for Bender Elke, nearing 100 yards. As Meisner will look to the sideline and get the play call. Calling the play out. And Meisner will get under center. Meisner, man in motion, right to left, and now Langevin will line back up on the right side of the line. And they're going to have to hurry. There's the hand up for the referee. And they will get the not. Oh, that whistle came well after the snap, and if that's the case, he definitely got that ball off. But they're going to say delay a game. Well, the snap came well before the whistle, but still called a delay a game. So a loss of 5. We'll put it on the other side of the Wildcat side of the 50 to the 46. Meisner under center, 2 receivers out wide right. He'll take the snap. It'll be play again to Langevin. Langevin to the 50. Stiff arms a man, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 47. Gain of 9 for Langevin. And it'll be second down and about 8 to go. Meisner under center, receiver out wide left now. Second down. Meisner will take the snap. He'll keep it himself, and he is going nowhere. That is a big stop, and Meisner is slammed down, and he is slow to get up. That was close to a body slam. But Meisner, slow to get up, and he's in some pain out there. He maybe lost a yard on it, maybe nothing. No gain for Meisner. So third down and long for the Wildcats. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third. Meisner under center. Takes the snap. Meisner. It'll be a option play. He'll fake the toss out wide to the right. He'll break a tackle at the 45 and then stumble inside the 45. He'll be taken down at about the 43. Regain of 5 for Meisner. And that will bring up fourth down and about 4. And it looks like the Wildcats bring out the punting unit. So here come the Wildcats to look to punt it away. Colin Drew's back to return. Here's the punt. It's a high spiraling punt. It's going to bounce inside the 30 and get a Chisago Lakes roll. It stays in bounds to the 16. Well, that gets a very nice Wildcat roll to the 16, and that's where the Tigers will start. So 8:44 left here in the third, and the Tigers will take over inside their own 20. Now again, the Tigers, no strangers to going the full length of the field. They have here tonight 80 yards twice already. Wildcats have a man running off the field late on defense, so now they are back to the legal 11. Brody Cook in there. He'll take the snap, and that is going to be flagged, and that should be an illegal shift. False start or illegal shifts, either one, it's a flag. So 5-yard penalty. It'll be Tiger ball at their own 11 now. Quick substitution here for the Wildcats. A little bit of confusion as to who's supposed to be out there, but now they get it figured out. I believe that's Schaefer now running all the way from that far sideline to the huddle. And now they'll get the play call in. And there's the signal from the back judge. And Schaefer will give it up the middle to Kaiser. That is Noah Wells on the carry, and Wells gets it back to the 21, a gain of 10. So Noah Wells with the gain of 10 yards there on that carry will make it 2nd and 5. Here comes Schaefer and the Tigers. Wishbone formation. He'll take the snap, give it up the middle again to Wells. Wells got some room to run at the 25, makes a man miss at the 30, falls forward as he's tripped up past the 30 to about the 32, 33-yard line. It's a gain of 10. We'll spot it at the 33, so gain of 11. Under 8 minutes to go now here in the third. New set of downs, Tigers. And they'll come to the line. Schaefer. Again, Schaefer wastes no time once he gets under center for the snap. There he goes, under center, and he'll fake. He'll go on 2 this time, but then he'll take the snap. He'll fake it one way, give it off to Drews, and Cullen Drews goes backwards on the carry. Great tackle there by Bryson Morley. Yes, it is, Bryson Morley. Loss of 1 for Drews. And Drews trying to get around that left edge there. Had nowhere to go. Bryson Morley got in there in a hurry and wrapped him up quickly. So here comes Schaefer again. Under center. And there's the snap. And he wastes no time. The give will be to Wells. Wells quickly up the middle. Breaks off of 1 tackle at the 40. Carrying defenders to the 45. My goodness, what a strong run there from Noah Wells. Gain of 13. And it is a new set of downs. Quick substitution here for the Wildcats. It'll be Logan Carlson coming in for Charles Gilman. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Schaefer under center, and there's a snap. Toss out to the left here now for 22. That's Noah Hansen with the carry. So that carry for Hansen goes for 7. And that'll make it 2nd down and 3 for the Tigers. Ball on the other side of the 50, the Wildcat side of the 50 at the 48-yard line. Schaefer under center, snap quickly. He'll give up the middle, and Wells goes backwards. Well, falls backwards, but be a loss of 1. Loss of 1 there for Noah Wells, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 4. But we do have an injured Wildcat on the play. Looks to be 31, Michael Hool. And hopefully Hool is all right, but they'll check on him here. We'll take commercial break.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hool, the injured Wildcat, on the play, but he's up under his own power to the sideline. Third down here for the Tigers. Schaefer gets the snap, gives off to Hansen, and Hansen to the 44-yard line. We gain a 5 and a new set of downs for the Tigers. So, actually, they're going to spot at the 45. Interesting. That ball was spotted at the 44, but may march it back to the 45. Well, either way. Schaefer under center. He'll take the snap, give it up the middle, and short carry there for Wells. Gain of 2. Second down and 8 for the Tigers. Under 6 minutes, 5.5, now 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Wildcats get a late substitution. And the player gets off in time. They Cook out there. And it'll be more than likely a quarterback keeper. That's all he's done when he's been out there. It will be. He'll fake the look, pass right, and then go left. Slips one tackle. Then he is wrapped up by a whole host of Wildcats, and he might have gotten one. All right. Gain of 1 for Cook, and now Estes is down. Riley Estes is down. So we'll take another timeout here as they look at the injured player.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Again, Riley Estes is the injured player. Game Day Gilman here on Cool Country, 100.9 FM. We're at Chisago Lakes High School for the Wildcats hosting the Princeton Tigers. Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard shows 4:21 left in the third quarter. 28-14, the Tigers lead. Estes will limp his way off the field under his own power, which is nice to see, but he is heavily favoring that leg, so hopefully he's all right. So clock will roll again as we get back and get started. Schaefer under center. Here's the fake snap. He'll go with on 2 on 3. Schaefer will give to Cullen Drews, and Drews picks up about 3. But that will bring up 4th down. Oh, 4th down here. Can the Wildcats make a stop on 4th down and get the ball back for their offense? Tigers will get that play call in their huddle. Looks like it will be Brody Cook who will come out and be the quarterback on this 4th down. So here comes Cook. He'll have a receiver wide on each side of the formation. He'll have tight end as well. Wells is the lone back. And now late whistles and a timeout called here by Princeton. Well, they did not like what was happening there. They will get the timeout called on this 4th down play. Well, the Wildcats looking to make a stop here, get the ball back for their offense, and what would be one of the few stops here tonight. Again, Princeton was only forced to punt once there in that first half. Wildcats trying to make it twice now. If they can hold them here, it wouldn't be a punt, it would be a turnover on downs. The Wildcats trying to, again, keep Princeton out of the end zone, though. Princeton scored quickly and kind of often there in that first half, but here in this second half, they've gone on a longer drive. And the Wildcats defense now has them in 4th down. 3:10 to go, third quarter, 28-14 our score on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Custom Light Force Braces or Invisalign Clear Liners, 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, right here in Lindstrom. Defense back out there out of the timeout. There's the whistle. Princeton makes their way back out onto the field. And it will be Brody Cook who will remain the quarterback here for this play. 4th and 4. Ball at the Wildcat 39-yard line. And the Wildcats make a big stop here, get the ball back for their offense. That would be huge. They will go with a receiver wide on each side of the formation. Running back in the backfield is Wells. Tight end on each side. Wells to the left of Cook. Cook in the gun. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself off the left side of the line. He's got some room, and he's got the first down and then some. He bounces it out to the outside, breaks off a tackle, and carries a defender inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. It is a gain of 13 for Brody Cook. So they convert the 4th down there to the Tigers, and it'll be 1st down and 10. So Schaefer will line back up as the quarterback. Schaefer under center. Takes the snap, give up the middle to Wells. Wells will grind his way forward. Still not down, still carrying defenders forward into the 20-yard line. Gain of 6 for Wells. And it's 2nd down and 4 as we are now in the Roddy Motors red zone. Roddy Motors red zone. Joe Rademacher has a couple of varsity football players and a varsity swimmer himself. So when you need a vehicle to cart your team to practices, camps, and games, stop by Roddy Motors and more and find what you're looking for. Schaefer under center, wishbone behind him. He'll take the snap. He'll give again to Wells. Wells up the middle. He's got some room to run. How did he get out of the pile? And he will score. Wells somehow found his way through that pile and into the end zone. Takes it in for a touchdown. Just a really good run there by Wells. Really well blocked up front, and he found his way through for a 20-yard rushing touchdown. That's his second touchdown of the evening. Tigers take a 34-14 lead. Tigers will line up to go for the PAT. Snap spot down, kick is up, and it is nearly blocked, but it's through to make it 35-14. 1:53 to go in the third quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. You can start today at embraceMN.com. The Wildcats down by 21 here in the third with 1:53 to go. Their offense going to have to pick up the pace a little bit, and their defense will need a stop. But we will start with the kick, and so far here tonight, Langevin, he's been doing a really good job of getting kick returns. He's one block away from returning it all the way for a touchdown, and a kick return touchdown can really shift momentum in a big way and in a hurry. So the Tigers will get set to kick it away here on the Kettle River Pizza kickoff. At the end of 3 quarters in Malacca, Dassel-Cokato leads 41-0 over the Wolves. Andy Beckstrom on that call over there in Malacca. And here's the boot. Langevin will run up on it and take it in, but he fumbled, he muffed it, but he lands back on top of it at near the 25. And they'll spot it at the 24. So that's where the Wildcat offense will take over. Langevin muffed that one, but he was able to get back on top of it. And here comes the Wildcat offense. 1:50 to go in the third. Wildcats trailing by 21. Meisner under center, 3 receivers left, one of them a tight end. Meisner will take the snap. It'll be a quick screen here. He's got a man to the 25-30. Breaks a tackle, falling forward. Still not down, and he's swung out of bounds to the 37-yard line. That is Reese Nasvik on the catch. And they'll spot him at the 37, a gain of 13. Reese Nasvik. Gain of 13 there, and the offense quickly to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, tight end on the right side as well. That's going to be Langevin. Meisner under center. He takes the snap. He'll roll out to his right. He'll look. He's under some pressure. Steps back up the field. Now he's looking to run. Past the 35 to the 37 original line of scrimmage. Trying to fall forward to the 40, but he's down at the 39, and we've got a late flag and a Wildcat lineman down. Oh, man, that doesn't look good. Well, we'll check the flag. That flag came in late, and it looks like they're looking to Princeton, and this could be holding. We'll see what this call is. This is interesting. Got to be personal foul targeting on Princeton. So a targeting call on the Tigers. I believe that's 15 yards. That will be spotted at the Tiger 45-yard line on that 15-yard penalty. But sadly, though, they do have one of their linemen limping off. Carson Drury comes limping off to the sideline. The 6'3", 206-pound senior. 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats have it 1st and 10 on the Tiger 45-yard line. Meisner takes the snap. He'll give it up the middle, and Bender Elke breaks off of 1 tackle, falls forward. The ball came out late, but he was down by contact. It'll be a gain of about 3 for Bender Elke. So 2nd and 7 now for the Wildcats Under a minute now. As Meisner and company to the line. One receiver wide right. Meisner will take the snap. He'll fake to Bender Elke. He'll keep it himself. Pass the 40 to the 35. Breaks a tackle and falling forward. Dragging the defender to the 30. A gain of 15 for Meisner. A quick gain of 15 for Meisner at that.
Meisner with the quarterback keeper tackled at the 30-yard line by Maida.
So 15 seconds to go. Wildcats trying to get one more play off here before the quarter ends. They'll toss it out wide right here to Emmett Hahn. Hahn looking for an edge, and he is knocked out of bounds near the 25-yard line with 4 seconds to go. And they'll spot him back at the 27. Only a gain of 3. They spot him out back at the 27. 4 seconds left here in the third. Hahn with the latest carry. Meisner will get the call from the sideline. He'll take it to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have a receiver out wide right. Meisner under center. Takes the snap. Fumbled it, and he tried to keep it himself, and looks like Princeton fell on top of it. They do. That's Brody Cook. Brody Cook's dapping up his teammate who recovered it. I think that was Dominic Patnod who got the recovery. So that will give the ball over.
9-yard line. That'll take us to the fourth quarter.
And it will be Princeton ball. But that does it for the third quarter of play. The Wildcats trail 35-14 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after a word from our fine sponsors here on Cool Country 100.9 FM WCMP.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation, and whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
We'll switch sides of the field. Princeton will go right to left. Wildcats left to right. Over there in Bram, Bombers lead over Southridge 52-0. Had to double check, make sure, but they do lead 52-0. Surprised that's not running clock, but hey. So we begin the fourth quarter with the Tigers holding the ball, and that's because a fumble from Meisner gave it back. It was Dominic Patnode who got on top of it and recovered the fumble. The first turnover of the game, believe it or not, and now whistle, and is that a timeout? So now we still have a pause in the action. Not sure if a timeout was called or not. If it was, that's a rough use of a timeout. Yeah, I didn't get to see if one was called. Maybe not. Well, now both teams will work back out onto the field. Here comes the Tigers to the line of scrimmage. It will be Schaefer under center, and it's a quick snap. He'll fake the toss outside, but it's another carry for Wells, and Wells, my goodness, just grinding his way through the defense and falls forward to the 41, 42-yard line. Ball is spotted at the 42, or excuse me, the 37. It's a gain of 8. Schaefer brings the play call into the offensive huddle. 2nd down and 2. Schaefer fakes the give. He'll hold on to it himself. Wildcats trying to strip that ball as he grinds his way forward to about the 42-yard line, and there is a flag down behind the play. We'll see what this one is. It's a gain of about 5 for Schaefer. And it's a face mask for Chisago Lakes. So that ball will move up to the 47 after the face mask penalty. Closing in, just under 11 minutes to go in the 4th. Schaefer will give it up the middle here to Wells. Wells somehow breaks through one and maybe even another to fall forward to the 49. In fact, the nose of the ball might sit on the 50. Gain of about 2-3 yards. Three yards for Wells. I'll bring up 2nd and 7. 10.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Schaefer takes the snap, and he'll give it off the right side to Kaiser. Kaiser's got some room to run, and then quickly wrapped up around his ankle at the 41. A gain of 9 for Kaiser. It'll be a new set of downs for the Tigers. Ball spotted at the Wildcat 41-yard line. So the Tigers once again moving that ball methodically down the field, not necessarily working real quick with their offense, just kind of moving it methodically down the field. 8 yards here, 5 yards there, another 9 there, 10 here. Just moving the ball at will. Schaefer will toss it out right here to that's number 9, Dominic Patnod, and he'll get the carry up in the 40 to the 39, gain of 2. His first carry goes for 2 yards. So 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Under 9.5 to go in the 4th. Schaefer will keep it himself, and he will get, no, in fact, it's a give up the middle. Inside the 35 on the carry that time is, looks like 26, and that is Nick Sanders with the carry. So Sanders took that last one. Kaiser has it here, breaking off a couple tackles and managing to fall forward. And he might have lost one. Now he gains nothing. So no gain there. And it will be 4th down and 1. Yeah, maybe 4th and inches, more or less. So the Wildcats trying to come up with a big stop here on 4th down. Give here to Wells. Wells breaks off one tackle, gets forward, and gets close to the 20, inside the 25. Gain of nearly 10, 9 on the play.
Wells with the carry. Ball's going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. Slender credited with the tackle on that play.
So 1st down and 10 from the Wildcats' 23-yard line. And now we get a flag. And that'll be in offsides. Chisago Lakes.
Flag on the play. Offsides.
And that will be free 5 yards for the Tigers. Ball will be spotted at the 18 after the 5-yard penalty. First down and 5 with under 7.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So Cook out there at quarterback. He'll take the snap. He'll fake it left, and he'll run right. He's got some room to run. Cuts it back up the field. Breaks off of one arm tackle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Brody Cook from 18 yards out. So that will make it 41-14 Tigers with the lead. They will line up to go for the PAT here. Tigers line up for the point after. 6:52 to go. As that score came inside the Roddy Motors red zone. Snap, spot, down, kick up. Good. 42-14 is the lead for the Princeton Tigers here with 6:52 left on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Plus, you can find your customized smile journey. It starts with them with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as convenient and seamless as possible. With custom light force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. Again, that score came inside the Roddy Motors red zone. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, look no further than Roddy Motors in Mora. Shop online at roddymotors.com. So the Tigers will come out and get set to boot this one away on a Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Langevin and Green. Sine will get set to kick this one away on another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Just under 50 degrees here in Lindstrom. And here's the boot. They will kick it away from Langevin this time to Green. He takes it in at the 10 to the 15. Counts it up to the 25-20, and he grinds his way forward. Tripped up just past the 30 to about the 32-yard line before he's tripped up and taken down. 6:45 left here in the fourth. And they'll spot him at the 33. Another possession here for the Wildcats. 6:45 to go in the fourth. Meisner under center. Takes the snap. He'll look to pass. He's looking to his right, and it goes through the hands of Langevin. And in the words of the late, great Madden, if you get your hands on it, you got to catch it. That's a drop there. And incompletion. 5 seconds have come off the clock. 6:40 to go in the fourth. Tigers lead 42-12. Over in Malacca, we have a final. The Wolves fall to Dassel-Cokato 41-7. As Meisner lines up under center. He'll toss out wide to the left to Langevin. Langevin to the 30, to the 35, cuts it upfield to the 40, or is wrapped up and taken down out of bounds past the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Gain of 13 for Langevin. 13 yards for Langevin on that carry. New set of downs, ball spotted at the 46. Meisner sends a man in motion left to right, and they'll give it out to that man in motion left to right. That's Emmett Hahn. Hahn lowering the shoulder at the 50 and then pushed out of bounds at the 49. Gain of 5 for Hahn. Second down and 5, 6:25 to go. Wildcats doing a good job of keeping as much time on the clock as they can, getting out of bounds after each carry. Meisner will take the snap. He'll look to pass, looking to his left. Now he's going to take it himself. He's got some room to run up the middle to the 45, 40, to the 35, and he scampers out of bounds at the 34-yard line, a gain of 15 for Meisner. Meisner, a good carry there. Saw nothing in the pass game that was open. He decided to take it himself, and his O-line created a massive hole to run through. And he picked up 15 because of it. Meisner will get the play call from the sideline. Now he'll have 2 receivers out wide to the left. Trent Guth is the other one. On with Langevin, he'll roll out to his left. Meisner looking, throwing on the run. Langevin only got his hand on it, unable to reel that one in at around the 20. That one will fall incomplete. Stop the clock with 6:08 to go here in the fourth. Bring up second down and 10 for Chisago Lakes. And they're doing a really good job of keeping as much time on the clock as they can to try and get on the scoreboard again and get the ball back. Meisner under center. He'll take the snap. He'll toss it out wide left to Hahn. Hahn cuts it up at the 35 to the 30 to the 25. 20 breaks off a tackle, and he is tripped up inside the 20. They'll spot him down at the 16-yard line. Of 18, Emmett Hahn. So inside the Roddy Motors red zone again. Go the Wildcats. Roddy Motors is a 2-time Reader's Choice winner of Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's a repeat champion. Meisner and company, first down and 10 at the 16, maybe close to the 17. Meisner under center. He'll give it up the middle here. Bender Elke forward. Excuse me, that's 8. Number 8, that's going to be Connor Frederickson.
Bender Elke with the carry up the middle.
With the block down there. And
tackled by Maida on the play.
Gain of 6. Man in motion, but they'll give it to Bender Elke again. Not much room to run that time, but he got close, if not the first down. Depend on the spot. And looks like he will be just short. A gain of 3 for Bender Elke. That'll be 3rd and inches for the Wildcats. Clock is ticking, under 5 minutes now. 3rd and inches for the Wildcats. Receiver out wide to the right. Meisner back under center. Takes the snap. Give up to Bender Elke. Bender Elke has the first down and then some. He'll get inside the 5 to about the 2. Gain of 5 for Bender Elke. And it'll be first down and goal from the 2 for the Wildcats. Under 4.5 minutes to go now on the scoreboard. Receiver out wide right here for Meisner as he'll line up under center. Takes the snap, fakes the give to Elke. He'll keep it himself and walk it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kellen Meisner from 2 yards out.
That is a Wildcats touchdown.
20 points now for the Wildcats to 42 for the Tigers with 3:52 to go on the scoreboard. Morley will ready for the PAT. Snap, spot down, kick is up, and it is good. 42-21, with the Wildcats getting back on the board off of this drive. The Wildcats trail by 21. 3:52 left here in the fourth. Keeping you updated on games around. No word yet on the Bram game, if that one's gone final or not. I'm assuming it will soon, as that was probably running time to begin the second half. So the Wildcats will go back out onto the field and getting set for possibly an onside kick here. Morley will get set up. Again, we'll look for more than likely an onside. But we'll see. We'll wait and see what they want to do here. Morley readying, and again, more than likely a onside kick coming. And there's the kick, and it is picked up and recovered by the Tigers, and it'll be taken in at the 49-yard line. So that's where the Princeton Tigers will take over on offense. 3:50 on the scoreboard. 42-21 is our score. Wildcats trail the Princeton Tigers. Looks like the Tigers will have a new quarterback out there, number 10, Logan Wagner. So Wagner will be the new quarterback here for Princeton. And they will give it up the middle. And on the carry that time is number 23, Nolan Cracker. Crocker on the carry, picks up 3. And new quarterback is Wagner, and Wagner will wait for that 5-second mark to snap the ball. There he goes. He'll give it up again to Crocker, and Crocker, not much doing on that one, no gain. So no gain for Crocker. Under 3 minutes now to go. Princeton realized they don't have to do much more on offense, as they'll try to drain a good chunk of the clock to finish this one out. And Wagner will wait for the back judge to throw up the hand. There's the 10-second mark, and there's 5. Wagner will take the snap. Crocker again with the carry. Crocker pushing the pile, and I think he might have a first down. And to the 40. Looks like he will. Gain of 8 for Crocker, and it'll be a new set of downs with 2 minutes left in the game. And Princeton won't need to do much more. Wagner will get that call from the sideline and bring it in. I think they need to, they could almost kneel it out, but they'll need to probably make a couple more yards. So Wagner will take the snap. He'll give it off the right side this time to number 33, and that's Sam Kessler. Kessler with the carry to the 34, gain of 6. Gain of about 7. So 1:10 to go, and that should be it. That should be all the Tigers need to do. Just kneel it out, and that should finish off. It'll be close. We'll see. Well, we'll have to run at least probably one more for a first down, and then that'll be it based on the clock. Wagner will wait. There's the 5-second. And now we've got a flag. And they'll get offsides on the Wildcats. That's unfortunate because that will be a new set of downs for the Tigers, and then all they'll have to do is kneel out the rest of the clock, and that will be game. So Princeton on their way to a 42-21 victory. There's the knee, and that will do it. So that is it, the final here in this one. The Wildcats fall to the Princeton Tigers 42-21. So the Wildcats fall here to the Tigers 42-21 as we officially go final. Tigers keep their undefeated record held on to. Well, the Wildcats fall to 500 at 3-3 on the season. We'll come back, recap this game, but first a few words from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Football on Cool Country on 100.9 FM WCMP.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASC certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust, for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora. Or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any sized budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Back here on Cool Country, 100.9 FM WCMP, the Tigers defeat the Chisago Lakes Wildcats 42-21 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Looking at our stats here this evening for the Princeton Tigers, they had 3 penalties, no turnovers. They had 452 yards of total offense, 6 total touchdowns, 48 carries, 432 yards rushing, 1 pass, 1 completion for 20 yards. Leading the way rushing for them was Noah Wells, had a big first half and an even bigger second half. 15 carries, 153 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Brody Cook. 10 carries, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns, Then Cullen Drews, 6 carries, 68 yards. On the other side, for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, they had a total of 304 yards of offense, 249 yards off of 28 carries. 3 for 7 passing, 55 yards. Again, the leading rusher for them was Braxton Bender Elke, 16 carries, 94 yards. Then Carson Langevin, 6 carries, 50 yards. They had 5 total penalties, 4 in the second half, 1 in the first half, and 1 fumble that was recovered by Princeton. So that is going to do it here. The Wildcats fall to 500 on the season at 3-3. The Tigers stay undefeated at 6-0. If you're watching this, or, well, I guess listening, you're not watching. I guess you're technically watching. But if you're watching / listening to this on this YouTube channel, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. Hit that red subscribe button. That way, anytime we go live with a local sporting event, you'll be notified. And then all you'll have to do is click that notification. It will take you right to the live video or audio. So be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. I want to, of course, thank all of you who tuned in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you all tuning in. Certainly I do because, well, you give me a job to do. If you don't tune in, I don't get to do my job or this job, and, well, I would be really sad. So I appreciate you all tuning in, and I thank you for tuning in. You give me a job to do. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who have sponsored this and every other broadcast that we do here throughout the season. Not just this one, but all the broadcasts that we do. We appreciate all of them for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we do. The final here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, the Wildcats fall to the Tigers 42-21. Of course, don't forget, stay tuned to our morning shows on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on this station, 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports update. We'll talk games that we've covered, this game including, as well as other games from our local listening area. And we'll even talk some regional and national sports as well. Of Of course, stay tuned to our websites for both stations, kbk.com, wcmpradio.com, as well as all our social media pages, WCMP and KBEK Facebook, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio, as well as our Instagram for both stations. For all things local sports, breaking sports news, coaches leaving, retiring, coaches being hired, interviews with coaches and players, breaking broken records, LOI signings for players, all those things and more on our websites and our social medias for both stations. So stay tuned to those, like, subscribe, whatever you need to do, follow. Just be sure to stay tuned to all of those. Of course, again, the final here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 42-21. You will have the broadcast schedule that you can see that we will be covering the games for. That comes up on every Monday afternoon. You can go to WCMPradio.com, go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule, and that will show you what games we'll be covering for the week. So be sure to stay tuned to that. So again, the final here in Chisago, in Lindstrom at Chisago Lakes High School, the Wildcats fall to the Princeton Tigers 42-21. Want to thank all of you again for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. And remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could really make their day. And again, it costs nothing to be kind to someone, so be sure to be kind to everyone. For WCMP Cool Country 100.9 FM, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night, and of course, a fantastic weekend.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Hey there, Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too?